Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports. We are on location at Benilde-St. Margaret's High School, bringing you Metro West Conference Boys Lacrosse, featuring the Chanhassen Storm coming in at 3-4, taking on the Red Knights undefeated, and coming off a huge win against Prior Lake. And right away, we're off to the races with who else but Jack Badnewski, who always wins those face-offs, and it's out of bounds for Benilde-St. Margaret's. Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here on a beautiful day in St. Louis Park. 63 degrees, sunny. Winds out of the south-southeast at 8 miles per hour, and your 6-0 Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights are off to a good start here early on against the Chanhassen Storm. Leading goal scorers for Benilde are Matt Dowden. Keep an eye on him. He likes to occupy the area behind the net as the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to award it to the referee on the near sideline. Is looking for help, and no referees can make that call. Maybe we'll have to make it up here, but we're underway. It looks like Benilde's going to retain possession, and that is Dowden, who has 15 goals through the first 3 games of the season. That's our most up-to-date stats, but clearly he is their leading scorer. So behind the net, that is Jack Overbeck, and he's also a star player for Benilde. But look at the nice defense by Chanhassen, and I have to say I was surprised that their record was 3-4. They have a really strong club usually every year, and that record may be a little bit deceiving. They suffered a couple of close losses against some good teams. Namely, they lost to Prior Lake by just a couple. And Prior Lake is the defending champion, if I'm not mistaken. There's Benilde still with the ball, and that's Dowden. So Chanhassen putting on a good defense. And there, that ball may have been lost in the sun. As number 4 for Benilde, Patty Burns, lost it, but he recovered nicely there. And just another good attribute of this Benilde team. Dowden fakes a shot and able to keep that ball in his net as he brings it back. Now that's Shea Kenny Leonhardt, number 18. And there, that ball's picked off. It was totally telegraphed. Number 27 for Chanhassen. And of course, we don't have a name for him. I'll see if we can find one. But that was an unbelievable interception and a turnover. And now the Storm will go on offense. And do we have a timeout on the field? There's a lot of substitutions, as almost the entire offensive end has come off the field onto the Benilde sideline. And the clock is stopped at 10:10. And Dowden is going to be set down for a penalty, probably showing some frustration as he's the one that threw that interception. I'm sure he's really upset, and I unfortunately did not see his reaction, but my guess is, an educated guess, that his reaction may have been interpreted as a penalty, and now Chanhassen has a man advantage, their first time on offense, and let's see what they got here. Now on near side number 7, that is Alex Dewin. There's a turnaround, nice move there, but great defense by Benilde. That's Hunter Holcomb, and he is their leading scorer on that far side. Number 6, and there's a shot, quick shot, off the mark to the right side. Good opportunity there. We look at the replay, a quick shot, and in goal for Benilde is Jack Keller, the junior. He's been their regular starter all year, as long as I have been watching them this year. This is our second televised match that ParkTV 16 Org is bringing you, and now Chanhassen retains possession. That's 25 with it. Tier Christensen, that's Christensen right there. Number 25 gets around the defender, has a chance, shot, and Keller scoops it up, makes the save. That's Christensen with a T-I-A-N. That is not my son. My name is T-E-N-S-E-N. So there's no mistake. I'm not pulling for either team here. But Benilde has the ball on their second possession. We're tied at 0, and we're already below 9 minutes. And the penalty is over to Dowden, so both teams are at full strength. And that is Shea Kenny Leonhardt, number 18, now to Dowden. So let's see if Benilde settles down. Now back to Jack Overbeck. Overbeck directing Dowden. So some communication going on there. Almost sensed a little bit of frustration by Overbeck with Dowden, but not quite sure. Let's see how that plays out. Now Dowden, he takes a shot, and you knew he wants to make up for that penalty. Nice save there by Zachariah Rathie. He's a junior goaltender in nets for the Storm. Now another shot from the far side. That's by Patty Burns, and that rebound is picked up by number 35 for Chanhassen. That's Mac Lacrosse. He's a captain and a junior. And now across the midfield. And we got a ball still here with Chanhassen. Now a flag goes up. And Chanhassen, I think, is going to get another man advantage, and they are going to be here having that advantage right now as they have the ball. My feeling is, and I don't know the rules as well as I should, is that once Benilde touches it, that may then bring a whistle and a stoppage, and we'll sort out what that yellow-orange flag is. And down goes the Benilde defender, and now we got a whistle. And let's see what's going on. These two teams are arch rivals when the game of lacrosse. Both Chanhassen and Benilde are usually at the top of the standings. And here we go. And it looks like Dowden is going to take his second knee of the quarter. There he goes on that knee. There he is. So Matt Dowden having a difficult time mentally, showing frustration. He took that quick shot when he had a chance. It was a great shot, but it was in traffic and defended very well by Chanhassen. Now this is their second opportunity with a player advantage. Now down behind the net. That is number 10, Vincent Manuel. And there's a spin move. Great defense by Benilde. I haven't checked the rankings, but after beating Prior Lake the other night 4-3, they've got to be ranked. They already were ranked near the top, but they probably are at the top right now after that win. And Chanhassen, they'd love nothing better than to upset them, and this game is gonna be rough. I can see that. There's a shot there by Benilde, picked up, no whistle, and a shot, and oh, I think it went off the post. Keller got a piece of it, it went off the post, and we got a whistle, and I think they're gonna give the ball back to Chanhassen. Watch this action, folks. There's the shot. And yep, it hit the post, and then Keller scoops it up there. But yes, Chanhassen does retain possession, and back out number 10, that is Manuel for Chanhassen. Now a nice spin move a la Chuck Foreman from the 70s Vikings running back. Now looking there for an angle was number 10, that's Manuel again. Now behind the net, that's number 6, Hunter Holcomb, their leading scorer. They love the spin move, and there's the quick shot, and Keller was in perfect position. The ball loose, and he scoops it up. Boy, Jack Keller has saved the Red Knights here. And look at that lead-out, breakout pass there, trying to handle it. It was off the mark, and ball still loose. Possession is a big part of this game, and scooping it up nicely there for Benilde. Johnny Schiefert, and now here comes Benilde's number 12. That is Lachau. Lachau's shot gets rebounded out. Now picked up by number 21 for the Storm. That's Zach Salem. Salem now across midfield over by the near sideline. Getting pushed by Burns, and he finally gets cross-checked. And now we have a whistle. Is that a timeout? I think it is a timeout. Or is there a player down? Yes, there's a player hurt on the far side as we watch that replay. That ball was saved by the goaltender, Zachariah Rathie. So great action, all players on a knee as they tend to a Benilde player inside the 20, just in front of the Storm net. There he is. Nope, he's getting up. He looks like he's okay. I don't know, maybe he suffered a concussion type thing. Let's see, here's that Prior save by Jack Keller as we watch Holcomb take that quick shot, and there he was for the save and actually got the rebound. So there was an opportunity there for the Storm on the rebound, but no one there to scoop it up other than Benilde. So great action here. If you're just joining us, our score is 0-0. 5:43 to go here, first quarter. And the ball was in the offensive zone for the Storm, and then they blew the whistle because the injured player was all the way down at the other end, and so that's why we're now starting in the offensive end, and Storm has the ball for their third possession. They've had a couple of good chances, but Jack Keller playing great in nets for the Storm, or for the Red Knights. Now behind the net, Chanhassen moving that ball well all the way around. There is that sun when you're on that far side. When the ball's coming at you, you might lose it, especially as that sun starts to set in the west behind us. Now back up top, Chanhassen looking very smooth. That's Alex Duea, number 7, looking for an angle. Nice defense by number 28, Tucker Turretin. He's a senior captain for the Red Knights. Noted in the Star Tribune as a player to watch this year, one of the top players in the state. Okay, now Storm still with the ball, showing much better patience here on offense. Trying to get it in, and a shot, and misses wide left. Taken by Holcomb, number 6. And they are going to retain possession as we are now at 4:43, clock stopped. Now back underway, quick pass in there, and it's a goal! Number 25 to number 7. That was Tyr Christensen to Alex Doka. And he put it right over the left shoulder of Jack Keller. And that was a nice bang-bang play by Chanhassen. Nice goal by that guy right there, number 7. Alex Duea, D-U-E-A. My eyes are not working as well as they should. I apologize. Jack Duea gets goal number 1 for the Storm, and they are up 1-0. And we go back to the center circle, and that's got to be Budnutski in there, their stellar face-off star. They need that possession. They're down 1-0 here. Undefeated season still on the line here and they give it to Chanhassen. Another violation of some kind by the Red Knights, it appeared to me, because the Storm center, number 11, was just given the ball by the referee. That was Nate Nicholson, and now we got a whistle again. And now a turnover for the Red Knights. They finally get a break here. And now we got a timeout taken by the Storm. So with 4:23 to go, Chanhassen Storm take a timeout, and that would be by Coach Jonathan Junker. And that's an interesting decision. Probably not a bad idea. Their team coming in at 3-4. They get a lead at just a moment ago. They turn the ball over, and just maybe to settle the team down here with the 1-0 lead, to see if that changes at all their strategy at this point. And there's your goal scorer for the Storm, number 7, Alex Duea. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Dua, maybe. But obviously a good player for the Storm. And I look at the stats here. He's their 4th leading scorer, so not a surprise that he got the first goal. So Benilde, they're coming out of the timeout early. They didn't really want the timeout, so not a lot for that coach to talk about, being Rob Horm. And now here come the Storm. Benilde should have possession of the ball. Again, great evening here in St. Louis Park at the campus of Benilde-St. Margaret's. The biggest thing about the conditions would be that shadow, as you can see it coming across the field. Reminds me of old West Coast football games. Sun would start to set and creep across the field, and it can wreak havoc on your eyesight. I guess the Storm do have possession, and here we go with a 1-goal lead and possession. So I guess that whistle was just for the timeout. There was no infraction against the Storm, and now they have possession with a 1-0 lead as we approach 4 minutes to go, first quarter. Ball now to the near side. That's Blake White. White with it, gets pushed back away defensively by Johnny Schiefert, and he's had a nice afternoon here for Benilde on defense so far early in this match. Now back out up top to number 15, that's Matthew Conyard, a senior midfielder, now given off to number 14. That is Adam Sibley for the Storm, and the shot is deflected out. Rebound, though, goes to the Storm, and another shot, and a nice save by Jack Keller as he goes low to get that. And now the rebound comes all the way out to Benilde, and racing down is number 40 for the Red Knights. That's Dylan Rashrich it. Now he gets it ahead. And that is number 1, Jack Overbeck with it. Now he gets it back out up top. Is that Leonhardt? Yes, it is. Shea Kenny Leonhardt down 1-0, 3:15 to go here, first period. And Benilde, it's been a long time, or so it seems. Now the pass to Dowden, and that is almost picked off by the long stick, and it is picked off. Number 2 comes up with this turnover. Stephen Overland, the senior, long stick. And now another flag coming up, and that might come on Dowden again. I'm not sure who it's on, and it is Dowden, and he may get sit down for the 3rd time as he comes off the field. I have not seen anything like that. If he's going to take a knee here, yeah, he is complaining to his team about not liking that call, and there he goes. And there's that save by Jack Keller on the replay, and then the rebound. So now another man advantage for the Storm, their 3rd of the quarter. There's the coach trying to console his player. Clearly Dowden upset, not his normal self mentally in this match, and he's going to have to settle down here. I don't care what you say. 3 penalties in a period. And that was a call for a slash, and that's 1 minute. So that was another turnover, and then the reaction got him in trouble. And that's where you got to control your emotions when things aren't going well, which has not happened much to the Red Knights. So they're getting pushed here tonight by the Storm, and I am not surprised. And there's another shot and a goal by the Storm. 1 man up, and that penalty really cost Benilde as they now find themselves down 2-0 with 2:32 to go, and that was Holcomb, and they beat Keller high. I wonder if that's the 4-1-1 on him. Both goals were higher. That's just where they could shoot it. And here's that spin move by Holcomb, Carter Van Holcomb. Just an 8th grader, no, excuse me, Hunter, he's a junior. There's another Van Holcomb, or Van Holland, my fault. It's Hunter Holcomb, he's the captain, he's a junior, and he's got goal number 2. Now we go back to the center circle, and boy, do they need Banuski's experience, the junior. And he is an awesome at face-off, but he is getting challenged here by the Storm, and I've never hardly ever see him lose, and Shea Kenny Leonhardt saves the day. And now there's a chance for Dowden, and a big save by the Storm's goalie. Zachariah Rathy stymies Dowden again. And boy, let's see if he reacts better now after being disappointed by that shot. He almost slashed him. Look at, and the guy for the Storm, I can't see his number, was looking to the referee. He did it again. And there's Dowden hitting him again. He is really using that stick as a weapon right now. And if he's not careful, he's going to get hit again. Now they got the ball, and Dowden misses that pass. Now it's picked up, though, by number 3, Caleb Storrs. He's the 3rd leading scorer for the Red Knights. Now to Jack Overbeck, and now here comes Patty Burns, number 4, back to Overbeck on the offense. Down 2-0 here, minute 38 to go. 1st quarter. Overbeck now out up top to number 8. That's Logan Gelling, the junior midfielder. Back to Leonhardt, now to Gelling. Gelling to Overbeck. He's looking right into that sun, I tell you what. That's got to be blinding. Now to the near side, Dowden. And he's going to come off. I don't know if he's taking himself off. That's what it appears. Like he might be a little hurt. There's a little hitch in his step. And now coming on in his substitution here. And that's not a bad idea. I think Matt needs to just calm down for just for him to just relax a little bit. He is their number 1 leading scorer, so they absolutely need him. And that's the sun, folks. That's got to be the sun. Shea Kenny Leonhardt kind of lost it there right at the last minute. Nice job, nice recovery by him. Or excuse me, that was Gelling actually. 8 or 18, Gelling with that nice play. Now Leonhardt. Benilde looking to get on the board here with 36 seconds to go. 1st period behind the net. That's number 3 with it. Caleb Storrs. And the Storm interflash, but then Storrs gets it back, and here's a chance for Leonhardt, and he nails it. Wow, what a play. Turnover, shot, goal. Caleb Storrs made that all happen, folks. Number 3, the junior attacker. Look at that interception, and the goaltender was way out of place, although he did get back, and then Leonhardt puts a nice move on him and puts it behind him with 22.9 seconds. And that's got to bring a sigh of relief to the home team fans here and to Dowden out there. Hopefully he's getting his mind right, and I think he will. and having that goal on the board has got to make everybody feel a little bit better. But they still find themselves down by 1. And now Benilde trying to get it, and now we got a penalty or an infraction. And now Benilde's going to have it here with 18.3, and they're not going to waste any time. That's Benilde. They want to try to get another goal, and that's a big shot on net, and I think it was saved by Rathy. Now the Storm have it with 8.5 seconds. Don't know if they'll try to get it all the way down the field. Look out, the long stick does try to score it from way back. I've never seen that attempted before, but it's not a bad idea. It's akin to a basketball game where they heave it up from half court with the time running out. Every once in a while they go in, but there's not a goaltender when it comes to NBA basketball. So that ends our first quarter. It's Chanhassen 2, Benilde-St. Margaret's 1. Come on back for quarter number 2.
Oops. Uh-oh. Sorry.
Get on top of it before they do. Every 24 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchorit.gov.
I'm here. Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports. We're on location at Benilde-St. Margaret's, about to begin quarter number 2 of this Metro West boys lacrosse matchup, and an important matchup in the Metro West. If you're just joining us, that is not a mistake. Chanhassen is on top 2-1 here by virtue of 2 goals, and then Benilde did get one just as time was running out in the first quarter. But they were not off to the start they were hoping for, and they come into this match 6-0. And I think they're ranked number 1 in the state after beating Prior Lake just a few days ago. And now we're going to go back to the center face-off circle at midfield, and they're going to redo it. I wish I could tell you why, but I can't tell. So here we go. Benilde in white going from left to right, and that's Benilde, and he gets that. He did struggle in the first quarter with his faceoffs. He normally wins them, and now he gets it over to number 3 for Benilde. That's Caleb Storrs, who really made that first goal happen for Benilde with a beautiful interception. And then a feed to Shea Kinney-Leonhardt. And there's a goal from the near side, and that was a sharpshooter by Jack Overbeck. My goodness. That was beautiful. And now it's 2-2, and now we're starting to see why Benilde is the number 1 team in the state. Jack Overbeck, watch him thread the needle with this goal. He doesn't hesitate. He catches the defender looking the other way, I think, and then he comes over. Look at him thread the needle there, folks. Unbelievable shot. Jack Van Overbeck. Beautiful goal there. I have to hand it to him. That is talent, folks. So we're tied at 2 here, just 19 seconds into quarter number 2. So I think Benilde took the opportunity for that break in between quarters to get their minds right, and they are showing it right off the bat here. And now the Storm, though, challenged him in the face-off, and number 11 wins another one, and that's Nate Nicholson, the senior captain. And now the Storm are in business. They are giving Benilde everything they want here on the road at Benilde, and that ball goes out of bounds, and who are they going to award it to? Looks like the Storm are going to retain possession. As the second quarter moves along, that sunlight is going to be less and less of a factor. The Storm will be fighting it here. Those players on the far side, including Dua, who got goal number 1, and now behind the net, that is Holcomb, who got goal number 2, and there's their leading scorer by far. Holcomb now up top, and that ball, I don't know if the sun got in that eye. I'm not sure the angle was right, but it could have. And now that's over and back. So much like basketball, you got to keep it in the front side or it's over and back unless the other team touches it in between. It appears to me, I'm just discerning that rule after 3 years of doing this. And there's a conversation in the middle. The clock stopped, 10:55 to go, second quarter, tied at 2. All right, looks like Benilde's going to retain possession just by looking at the body language of that official just crossing midfield up by the circle, and substitutions en masse by the Storm. Players getting into position here. Not sure what the delay is, some confusion. All right, now we wind the clock and we're underway once again, and that is Van Overbeck with the ball. Now Patty Burns to Van Overbeck. And they are going to keep a better watch on him on that near side in the slot, that's for sure. Now on the far side, Shea Kinney-Leonhardt to Burns from the left side. Now Shea Kinney-Leonhardt, now he lost it in the sun. He's still in the sun over there, and he's looking right back at it, folks. It's kind of an angle behind us. That's West. Leonhardt almost thought he was going to shoot. Now that's Calum Storrs. Storrs, number 3. Nice pass to Leonhardt. He gets turned away, tries again, gets turned away again. Great defense by number 32. That's Charlie Knaus, the sophomore defender. Now Van Overbeck. So the Storm, I think they were a little bit asleep there right out of the gates in the second quarter. Probably a little bit amazed that they had a 2-1 lead. Maybe not. Now Burns, and his shot from right point blank range, 15 yards out, misses the goal. And Benilde will retain possession. I'm never sure why that is, because sometimes it appears to me that no one touches it, and if they miss it, it goes out of bounds. Why should they keep it? And this time the Storm will pick it up. That's got to be what it is, and sometimes it's hard to perceive that on such a big field with a small ball. It's kind of like bandy without the ice, actually. All right, now, which is sort of like hockey. Now the Storm getting defense. Nice spin move by number 35. That is Max Lakoski, a junior defender. Nice job getting that ball. He faced pressure there, just getting it into the offensive zone. And now great defense. And they blow a whistle. Number 2, Seamus Foley, another captain, gets whistled on that play. He was jostling with the Storm player, number 10. And was able to pop that ball loose, but there must have been an infraction there clearly. So the Storm will retain possession with 9:20 to go here, second quarter. Score tied at 2. Now rushing from the right side, and that pass, nobody home there. Not sure what number 23, Cal Davis, the junior midfielder, was looking for there. I would like to say the sun, but he must have thought a player was going to move into that area, and somehow they retain possession. Now that's the part I don't get. I'll just be honest, unless it's a bad call, because people for Benilde are complaining, so that maybe is a bad call. One of these days I will know all the rules and be able to perceive them in real time, but right now, not all of them, unfortunately. So, okay, the Storm, they got possession. I don't get that, but they have it. Okay, that's Dua. He's got a goal tonight already. Nice defense as he gets turned back. Now to the far side. That is number 8 for the Storm, Jason Collins, a sophomore. Now behind the net. There's Holcomb. He's their big guy on goal scoring. They kind of look like Notre Dame out there, I have to say. The Storm, they got the golden helmets. I don't know if they got the leprechaun fairy dust in that gold. And there's a shot and a save by Keller. He takes it right out of the air. Boy, he is really impressing me, this Keller, I tell you what. And look at the pass. Oh, he just couldn't quite hit him, but that was cool. Intended there for 28 Turter, and he just couldn't come up with it. And now the Storm are in business, and they have an odd number rush here. Now they just get back, Benilde. But for a second there, they had numbers. Weren't able to take advantage. Now behind the net, that is Christensen. Christensen, the pass in the middle of the goal by the Storm to another one. Number 2 from Dua from Holcomb. Wow, what a great play that was by the Storm, and they regain the lead at 3-2 with 8:07 to go. Watch this pass, folks. Quick pass right in the middle, and he beats Keller between the legs. My goodness, I'll tell you what, the Storm are here to play. Their 3-4 record belies how good they really are. Look at that nice turnaround, keeping his head up, sees the open player late getting back there for the Red Knights, Dylan Rash. Didn't see that. So much like hockey, sometimes the defenseman doesn't catch that guy coming from the blind side. And that's what cost him the goal. And now Benuski gets the face-off as he usually does. He's having a much better second quarter with 8 minutes to go right now. Now he gets it up to Van Overbeck. Nice catch by him. And the winds are starting to gust up here just a little bit. Probably not enough to affect anything. Van Overbeck now with it. That sunlight's still going to wreak havoc here for the rest of the second quarter. And now we have a whistle away from the play. And timeout. And the Red Knight coach, I can hear him all the way up here. If we can zoom in, you can see him. It looks like he's really upset about something, asking the official to call the flag. So clearly, some hard feelings going on over on that Benilde bench right now. As we look at their upcoming schedule, of course, tonight, Chanhassen, and I can't emphasize how much enough, and I hadn't paid attention, but when I saw that they beat Prior Lake, that was just on Monday the 29th. But ahead, look at all those road games. So we won't be seeing them for a while, although I think that Holy Angels game might be at home. Not quite sure. That is at home. Paul Broden, our producer, does inform me. So all those games are on the road, and Eden Prairie, always tough in any sport. They just clearly have the numbers in that huge high school. And then Edina, always tough. Bloomington Jefferson beat the Storm, which I was surprised to see that. That was one of their close losses. Otherwise, I think they'd have a winning record, and they also lost to Prior Lake by just a couple of goals. So we're going to come out of the timeout here, and at the beginning of that timeout, as he was calling the timeout, the head coach, Rob Horn, was really upset. Now here comes the official. You can see him. Now they're going to talk some more after the break. Horn's a little more calmed down, and now he's going to just explain that he thought a penalty, a flag should have been thrown against the Storm. And he's had 3 called against his star player, Matt Dowden, so I can see where he might be upset that the numbers are a little skewed. And like any sport, both teams are usually, pushing the envelope on all the rules to get an advantage. And they often cite that in NFL football. If the penalties are offside or lopsided one way or the other, sometimes the referees do have a way of sometimes making that even out. So we'll have to pay attention to see if the next flag that's thrown is against Benilde or the Storm, whether or not that lobbing effort by Rob Horn, he's doing his job well there, making sure that he's paying attention, and that's a good thing to do. So he's trying to get his team to win this game, and he finds them down by 1, 3-2. So this is a huge game here in the Metro West, folks. I hope you're watching, and it's a great match, great action, and there's a shot by Burns, and he ties it up from 12 yards out. And he threads the needle, and he beats Rath, the goaltender, Zachariah Rath, over his left shoulder. He wasted no time out of that timeout here. And Wango Burns fakes it, creates the opening, and then brings it. Whew. Rathy was way too late on that. A nice goal by that man right there, number 4, Patty Burns. Nice job tying it up here. And so that goal comes with 7:28 to go here. Second quarter, we go back to the center face-off circle. Referees now over to talk to Horn. To take the face-off for the Storm against Benuski is going to be Dylan Hendrick, number 44. And there's Horn. Got a boot on his left leg there. Looks like it's not hobbling him too much. I wonder how long he's had that on. Looks like it's about ready to come off the way he's walking around on it. So he's making his sentiments known here. Looks like he could be a lawyer arguing his case, which is what coaches have to do. More discussion going on. Some grumbling by some of the Storm fans. I can hear the fans below us here calling for delay a game, but that's all part of the entertainment of high school sports. Okay, now we're gonna have a substitution at the face-off for the Storm. And coming in is Zach Salem, a senior, to go against Jack Benilde-St. Tied at 3, 7:28 to go, quarter number 2. Benilde undefeated coming into this match at 6-0. Will the Storm upset them? Stay tuned. Okay, now Benilde-St wins that one, and he's doing much better with those face-offs here in quarter number 2 than he did in quarter number 1. And now Jack Van Overbeck at the 20. He had a thread the needle type goal right from about that 20-yard line earlier in the quarter. But Benilde has not led all match long, and Dowden takes a shot, blocked in front, rebound to Stores. And we got a whistle and a penalty or just an infraction. No, they give it to the Storm. Clock winds and the Storm get it there. One day I'm gonna be able to explain why. And now trouble getting the ball out of their own zone of the Storm, and now we have a whistle, and it looks like a timeout, and that was a timeout to bail out his player, I think, taken there by Jonathan Junker. So it appeared to me. Number 21 was Zach Salem, who looked like he was in trouble getting boxed in, and then the timeout came. So that'll allow the Storm to reset after the timeout, which comes at 6:55 to go, and there's your Storm. Talking things over, they've got to be very happy, even though the score is tied, that they are very much in this match against probably the best team in the state right now. If you care about the Chanhassen upcoming schedule, after Benilde, they go to Wayzata, then they go to St. Louis Park, and unfortunately St. Louis Park's team is not their usual stellar team this year. Benilde beat them 25-0. There's a graphic of their remaining schedule. Oh, the heck, they go all the way to Stillwater. That's an hour-and-a-half drive from Chanhassen, minimum. That's a long drive to get to Stillwater High School. Maybe they'll take a plane, you never know, or a helicopter. Then they got Cretin-Durham Hall and Chaska at home, but they'll earn those home games going all the way to Stillwater. Okay, we come out of the break here. Again, 6:55 to go, second quarter. Storm just get possession, and the game is tied as Benilde scored the last goal, and now the Storm. See, good timeout. Now they get it up really easily into the offensive zone. So smart timeout by Junker. Every possession matters in a game this close with so much on the line, which would be the conference title. Because I don't know if these two teams are going to meet again. I don't think they are the rest of the year. So this could be the difference between who is conference champs and who is not. And there's the Storm's number 2 with it, Steven Overland, and he loses it, and that's a turnover. And now big hit there, and it turns over right back and scooped up there by number 35, Max Lacrosse. My goodness, turnover after turnover, but big hits being expended on each other here. And now we're into the offensive zone, and now the Storm looking like they can set up their offenses now on the near side. That's Vincent Manuel with it, the junior midfielder. And the Storm will try to regain their 1-goal edge. They led 2-0, then it was tied at 2, then they led 3-2, and then Benilde answered with a tying goal just a few moments ago. Storm now on offense. This game has not been without some controversy. 3 penalties with man advantages for the Storm. They scored on at least one of them that I recall. Maybe the other one was 2. But those were all in quarter number 1, and they all went against Matthew Dowden. But things have seemed to settle down. Although I don't see Dowden out there. He did kind of hobble off with an injury, and I don't think he has returned since then. He did seem to have a tweak in his knee, although it didn't seem to me it should prevent him from playing, but you really never know. All right, Storm now getting pushed way out on the perimeter there. Great defense by Benilde, but that does open up the middle. If somebody can get into that space, but I'm looking at Holcomb, and he is being shadowed by Seamus Foley, the captain. So they've put Foley on Holcomb, their number 1 goal scorer. And he does have one of the 3 for the Storm. Now the Storm, they seem content in just burning the clock up here as well. Being very patient, which is a lot different than how, well, they were always somewhat patient, but just, I think they're the ones that are spreading it out. And that's just a way to Just kill some clock, and with the score tied at 3, the longer they hang in this thing, and we're only still in the first half, the more the chance that they will feel, and they are clearly the underdogs in this Metro West, and that is number 10, Vincent Manuel. And now we're getting close to 4 minutes. They've been holding the ball for at least a couple now, and there's Holcomb directing traffic. Good communication there with Tyr Christensen. And now that's 25 Christensen with it. And he'll trot around, and we're now at 3:50 to go here, second quarter. And getting harassed there by number 6, Braxton Bogan, the sophomore defender. But able to get away is Christensen, and now he finds an open man, and I thought that ball was in, and the referee raved it off. Play continues, and it's picked up by Shea Kinney Leonhardt, and he splits the defense as he breaks in the midfield and into the offensive zone. And he might have numbers here, folks. He's going to take the shot. He scores! He goes all the way for a 4-3 lead, and a huge round of applause and some standing. That was amazing, folks. Shea Kinney Leonhardt, single-handedly, unassisted. Look at that. That is a highlight reel of the century. My goodness. Picking up that ball, just looking back over his shoulders. He loses those guys, and he comes right in. I had no doubt he was going to score this. And I didn't know if he was going to score, but I knew he was going to take the shot as he beats Rathy. There's Van Overbeck jumping up, and that was something to jump up about. I've never seen a goal like that, folks. And here's that. Yeah, that's right. It went right. Think about went off the post, but it looked like it went in and didn't cross the line, though. It went off the crossbar. So we go from like missing a goal by just a couple millimeters to a goal on the other end within, I would like to see what the time was, but just a few seconds. That's one thing lacrosse can bring that I've never seen. Even more than ice hockey is just the sudden turnarounds and how lightning fast they can score. And sometimes from like completely out of nowhere. All right, now with a 4-3 lead, they're first in the match. Now with 2:42 to go, they got more offense and another goal. And that is Gelling, number 8. And he beats Rathy Top. And so, wow, now they were down 2, tied it up, down 1, tied it up, and now they've scored the last 2. And I say the Red Knights have really settled in here. And that is a great coaching job, I'd say, by Rob Horn. I do think mentally his team was in a little bit disarray in that first quarter. But they've really settled down here. And look at that sharp shooting. And look at the frustration by Rathy. And now they find themselves down 2 goals. We go to the center circle. That's number 11 for the Storm, Nate Nicholson. And that's got to be Budnowski in there. This game is too important to not have him doing face-offs, I would have to imagine, but it wasn't. This time it was number 7. That's why I'm not the coach. Drew Nylander, who also takes that role on. So that's his first time, and he runs off, and Benilde has possession once again, and you've got to think they're feeling the momentum here with a 2-goal lead. Their last 2 possessions resulting in goals. That last one was very, I mean, they should almost put that on ESPN, I would think, even though it's a high school match. That was incredible. There's a shot from Dowden, and it goes right. So Dowden has re-entered the match for the first time. He's been gone for several minutes, if not all the second quarter. And there's his shot, and it goes wide right. He was doing a lot of slashing. He got called and put on his knee 3 times consecutively in the first quarter. In fact, those are the only timeouts there have been for a player. But since then, I think he's calmed down, and he would like to get on the mat. Now Gelling going for goal number 2, and I think that hit the post just based on how far. And look at the spin on that ball as it goes in the Storm's direction. That spin caused them to get possession. Now Holcomb, and now they got a chance. There's some open space, and Christensen decides to turn back around. Boy, I thought he had an opportunity to try to beat the defender on foot. There was so much room in the middle. In fact, it's still room in the middle there. But probably wise that he kept. And now they're going to set their offense. 1:13 to go here, second quarter. That is Dua, who also has 2 goals tonight, I think. For sure 1. Now to number 23 with it. That's Cal Davis. And that is number 8, Jason Collins. He comes right in, and it's Keller makes another save and he scoops up his own rebound. Nice job with 51 seconds and another great round of applause from the home crowd. They know how important that was. And now a nice crossing pattern gets to number 40, Dylan Rash, as he crosses into the offensive zone. Spin move by Shea Kinney-Leonhardt. Look at him jot around. Boy, he can move like a little jitterbug out there. Barry Sanders type moves there. Now Jack Van Overbeck, 29 seconds to go. Inside, oh, and he tried a behind the back shot, if I saw that correctly. Through the pane glass window I'm looking through. Was that a behind the back shot right here he attempted? Yes, it was. Oh my, he almost got it in there. That was pretty cool. Now another goal right off the timeout there, or the breakage in play. That is Calum Stores, and boy, does he deserve to get on the scoring board because he was solely responsible for one of the earlier goals on an interception and a pass to Leonhardt. And now it is 6-3 with 19.7 seconds to go on Calum Stores' goal from behind. Scoreboard still says 5-3, but I think they'll correct that very soon. And we go back to the center circle and 19.7 seconds left. That's still enough time, especially for the Red Knights to score. And ball loose. And whistle. And they're going to give it to Benilde. And believe me, they're going to try to score here, folks. 11 seconds. And it's Banuski. And he shovel passes it to Van Overbeck. He's got to shoot soon here with 4 seconds. And there's a shot. Blocked in front. Rebound. And there's your horn. After 2 quarters, Benilde roars to the lead with a 6-3 lead. Come on back for half number 2.
If I say heads up, what does that mean to you? It means be aware, be alert. Be prepared to prevent something bad from happening, like a concussion. Most concussions are preventable if you make the effort. Wear a helmet when you bike, wear a seatbelt when you're in the car, and always be aware and be safe. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. You want to prevent a concussion? It's time to be heads up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are at Benilde-St. Margaret's, bringing you Metro West Boys Varsity Lacrosse, featuring the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights hosting the Chanhassen Storm. And if you're just joining us, we're about to begin the 3rd quarter. And it was an excellent, action-packed first 2 quarters. So if you're just joining us, bring your seatbelts. This game, I expect, is going to have lots of action here in the 2nd quarter, and only because Benilde was down 4-3 before they came, or excuse me, 3-2 before they came roaring back with 4 straight goals to close out the 2nd quarter. And now we're going to go start the 3rd with Benilde going right to left, and clearly with the momentum. They are 6-0, ranked number 1 in the state, and now the Storm get that first face-off. And if you're a Storm fan, that's got to feel good, because you need to stop the bleeding here, down by 3 against a very good Benilde team. And now we have a whistle and an offsides against the Storm. So an early turnover, and Benilde, they are going to try to pick up right where they left off as Shea Kinney-Leonhardt threads the needle through the defenders, and he's in the offensive zone. And look how he can handle that ball, having it stay in his net while he fakes shots. That's something that I find truly amazing. Okay, now Patty Burns on the far side, and now Gelling, number 8, with it. Gelling now to the near side, Shea Kinney-Leonhardt, and Matt Dowden is out there. He did sit for the majority of the 2nd quarter after experiencing 3 personal fouls, having to sit 3 separate times. But it looks like he has regained his composure, and that's good to see. He's their best player out there when it comes to scoring. And they're going to need him in this match and in future matches, as now burning the defender is Patty Burns as he takes a shot. He scores it right up top, and he beats Zachariah Brathy. And the scoring parade is on again here in the 3rd quarter. Watch him just beat him with pure speed and an angle, and he's able to bring that ball to the right side. He opens up his rib cage there and takes a shot. Rough game. Watch this now, how he's going left, and then he has to bring it back to the right while getting harassed, and he's going to take that cross check with the stick, and down he goes. but it doesn't hurt when you score a goal. That I can guarantee you. He felt no pain there as he puts his team up now by 4 with the majority of the second half to go. And now Benilde-St steals it right away from the Storm, and his shot gets blocked in front by Rathy, and nice save, and he still scoops it up. Rathy's a pretty good goaltender for the Storm. He's saved them a few times already in this match, and now the Storm find themselves down 4, and you wonder if their ability, and now there's a penalty, and Shaky Leonhardt with a look of disbelief, can't believe it, and he's gonna leave. Or is who they going to call that on? So I think another Benilde-St. Margaret player is going to take a knee, and it looks like number 3 is going over there. That's Storrs. Storrs takes the knee. There he goes. So Leonhardt was just objecting to the interpretation of what he thought the play was. Unfortunately, you never win those. Okay, now here comes the Storm with a man advantage and a golden opportunity, just like their helmets, to try to cut back into this lead, down 4. That is a huge lead for when you're a team like Benilde. And the Storm, they come in 3 and 4 and really played well in the first quarter, pretty well in the second quarter, but now find themselves down 4 against the best team in the state. That is a tall order. But they're going to try to cut back into it, and there is Holcomb, and if anybody's going to do it, he's their leading scorer, and he finds that. Oh, right down there. He was wide open, not wide open, but what a great pass that was, and a chance for number 4, Carter Van Hollen, just an 8th grader accepting that pass, but unable to get it on goal from point-blank range. Missed opportunity for the Storm, but they retain possession with number 5 on the far side. Jackson Smith. And now another flag goes up from the near side official. Play, though, on the other side of the net and behind the net. And let's see who's going to go down here. And running off the field, the long sticker, that's appropriate term, is Seamus Foley. And is he going to put a knee down? It looks like he's in that area, and there he goes. That's the 5th man down on the knee. None for the Storm. 5 for, there's that chance there. And there's Foley, and that might be what the penalty is. The near judge saw it. That's what it was, that cross check. So now a man advantage, probably for a minute. Storm here getting great opportunities. Look out from behind there. Coming in there was Leonhardt, almost stealing it away, and great awareness on the field displayed by Vincent Manuel, the junior. Just like a quarterback from the blind side, just sensed at the last minute to spin away, or that would have been trouble for the Storm. Now pass inside, blocked by Keller, rebound to Benilde. Leonhardt, who else? As he gets back, he loses it. Nice defense by the Storm as they bump that ball loose. Great shoulder checks, got the Malachi crunch there. Now the Storm, and here's an opening for Christensen. He takes a shot and misses it wide left. Great action here at the Benilde-St. Margaret's field, and now they are back on offense, and here comes Keller from behind the net, and he's gonna get pressured. And he delivers a nice pass to about the 35, and that's picked up by number 40 with the hop skip, Dylan Rash. Tries to burn, and now we have a whistle, and is that gonna be a timeout? Yes. Rob Horn wants a timeout with 8:35 to go, 4-goal lead and possession, so he clearly wants to talk some strategy over, maybe do some substitutions. As we look at the regular season standings, and there's Benilde, 6-0, 2-0. So Bloomington Jefferson is the other undefeated team as far as we know in the conference. And when are they going to be playing? Just looking at their schedule here again, we had it up earlier. They are going to be playing not till May 21st at Jefferson, so mark that match on your calendar. If you're a Benilde fan, head down to Bloomington on Highway 100 and Old Shakopee Road. Take in that match. That could be for the Conference Standings Championship, not to be confused with the sections, which would start after the regular season. And you can bet we're going to be there for as many of those games as we can, as we usually are in late May and early June. Benilde has been making deep runs into the state tournament. In fact, they've been runner-ups the last 2 years. making it to the championship, and those matches are usually played at the high school of Chanhassen. It's where all the tournaments for lacrosse, I think, are held on a yearly basis, and unless that changes, that's where those will be in early June. And I fully expect to see the Red Knights going deep in that tournament. Okay, now we're back underway, and that's Jack Van Overbeck. He has a goal tonight as he runs around towards the near side, being chased by number 35 for the Storm. That's Max Lakoski, of course, the senior captain. Or excuse me, he's a junior, but he is a captain. And now Shea Kinney Leonhardt, who has one of the most magnificent goals, single-handle efforts as he loses it. And that's a turnover, and the Storm will pick it up here. So the scoring is slowed down a little bit here in the third quarter. Storm not completely out of it, but they really do, I think, need to get the next goal. And now we have another flag on the field, and I think that's going to be another player down for Benilde as the Storm continue to handle the ball and no whistle. So clearly, Benilde is going to go down another man. They are really calling the penalties on Benilde, and that is number 7, Dua, with it. Alex Dua, who has, I think, 2 goals tonight for the Storm of the 3 they have, and now they slow it down. And they will have a chance here, still at full strength, but they can take chances not having to worry about Benilde going down the field, because if they touch it, they'll blow the whistle. So they should be taking chances here to try to score. There's a nice pass, tight quarters. That's 23 with it. Cal Davis, the midfielder junior. Now he finds some daylight, and now another flag hits the turf. And we could potentially have 2 players down for Benilde, I'm thinking. Here is the cross check. That is number 8, Gelling, and I think that's where the official was looking. So let's see if Gelling, yeah, there's a couple players over there. And is that Dowden again? Dowden, yep, Gelling goes down, and Dowden reluctantly he's pleading his case to the officials. And there he goes. That's his 4th knee down today. I've never seen anything like that. Clearly a rough night for Matt. He's their leading scorer. And now the Storm, I think they got a 2-man advantage, and it certainly feels like it without even counting. Just you can see the gap on this side, as now Benilde's defense will have their work cut out here. And they got to get some shots on goal, and that ball goes wide right. And they're going to retain possession. Clock stopped at 6:47, third quarter. And there's a shot, and Keller just pokes it right, scoops it right out of the air, and great defense with 2 members of Benilde down. Now Gelling comes off his knee, so does Dowden, and they should be at full strength, and now they have the ball. And into the front offensive zone is number 11 with it, Johnny Schiefert. He has played good defense for Benilde tonight, very noticeably playing very well. Now Dylan Rash with it. And now he likes to do that little skip step to try to throw off the defender when running around. It's kind of fun to watch. Now Dowden now back into the match with the ball in his customary left wing position. He's getting double teamed, and you gotta think that the Storm are gonna try to goad him into another penalty, which would be his 5th. And he comes in and he wants to score, and he tries to thread the needle between the post and Rash, the goaltender, and just missed wide left. And they do get the rebound, and now they have the ball and another opportunity. And some different players on offense than we normally see here in the third quarter. Johnny Schiefert, usually we see him on defense, and there's number 40, Dylan Rash. So Coach Horn trying to mix it up a little bit with his personnel. Also in the 4 is number 11, Johnny Schiefert and Dylan Rash, notably usually on defense. And there is Johnny Schiefert getting some experience. And there's Caleb Storrs, who had a magnificent steal and assist, and he took a shot at the head. And he might be hurt as he goes down almost on all 4s, and he is having difficulty there. And watch this cross check. And yeah, he starts to go down, and he is going to come off gingerly, holding his head. Yeah, he does look hurt there. So there is a flag, and let's see. Now, yeah, Storm is Dua. Number 7 is on his knee on the sideline, so he's going to suffer a penalty, and now we have a whistle and another timeout on the field. Still third quarter, 5:01 to go. A lot of stoppages here, third quarter. So that's a 2-minute cross-check against Alex Dua. So now the Red Knights, following the timeout, will have a man advantage for 2 minutes with a 4-goal lead. Not sure which team took that timeout. I know the Red Knights, we've covered them twice this year, and Horn usually takes a timeout once a quarter, which might be frustrating to some fans, but also is good for the coach to just check in with his players, and good maintenance, that they're all on the same page. As you can see, where you can find the City of St. Louis Park government services that they offer in addition to these broadcasts. You can find them on Facebook right there at facebook.com/St. Louis Park. Find out all the great services that your government that you pay for does for you, and this is a great suburb here, St. Louis Park. Great communities, great neighborhoods, great schools, safe place to be. And we're glad you're with us watching this Metro West lacrosse match. So we're coming out of the timeout here. It looks like Benilde's going to have possession. Yep, Jack Van Overbeck on the far side there by the 10-yard line. There he is. We'll start it out with 5:01 to go. Quarter number 3. Benilde looking to add to their 4-goal lead, and they were getting threatened in the first half, but they have really cruised since really late in the second quarter and all the way through the third, have not allowed the Storm a goal. And there's a shot right in the middle, and Rath makes that save. Oh, it's loose. No whistle. Boy, if there had been a Benilde player there would have been a chance, but Rathy makes a nice save for the Storm. And they're still in this, down 4, knowing how fast these goals can occur. And now here comes number 21 for the Storm. That's Zach Salem as he crosses into offensive territory, and now with it is Dua, I believe. Nope, that was number 10 again, Vincent Manuel, and he turns it around, and that is Christensen, and he gets it up top to number 8 for the Storm. That's Jason Collins. Now to the near side, Collins. Collins, number 8 now, taking their time, trying to set up their offense here. Just taking a breather as everybody's just sort of standing around here as they're trying to draw out the defense for Benilde. I find this a little bit curious. Down 4 goals, lacking the sense of urgency, but maybe they just need to take a collective deep breath here, kind of a mini timeout while the clock is running for both teams, and now they're going to get things going with 3:30 to go right now in the third quarter. Christensen still kind of just taking his time here. I don't know if they got some sort of trick play. He was just walking around. Now he's going to draw out. Showing frustration there for Benilde, just swinging his Tucker Turton. Let's go. They want to play. And now here comes the Storm's number 8, Collins, trying to get a move on. And now they're moving a little bit faster as there's some substitutions on the fly coming in. Not sure what, love to question the coach about that. I'm sure there's a good strategic reason. And now we have a whistle and a turnover. Not sure what the call was. A stick was broken, I see, and now Benilde on offense once again. And that is number 11 on the far side with the ball, Johnny Schiefert. Schiefert now up to Pat. No, that's Burns, and another whistle. Boy, there's lots of whistles. Most whistles I've seen in a boys game ever. Tons of whistles here tonight. Stoppages, 2:34 to go now, third quarter. And we got some sort of penalty, and is somebody gonna be taking a knee? Yeah, we do. Number 23 for the Storm, Cal Davis, the junior.
Blue number 23, offsides.
Offsides, and that's going to be a 30-second person advantage for Benilde. Very little scoring here in the third quarter, as now Jack Van Overbeck will try to get something going, try to get it to Bizniewski, and then Burns tries to pick it up. Ball loose, and the Storm's number 35 comes away with it. That is Lakoski, and now 2 flags go up as he is getting harassed, and now the 3rd flag goes up. My goodness, flags all over the place. 3 of them now on the field at once. There's Rathie picking one up for the referees, just give him a little help. There's one down there, one on the far side, and one on the near side in the center circle there, near midfield. Raining orange flags out there today. Another stoppage with 2:09, 3rd quarter. Clock stopped. All right, they sorted out, and there's a Benilde player down. That is, let's see if I can get his number with the binoculars. Okay, 23 for the Storm. He was already down, I believe. That's Cal Davis. And it looks like, is that, yeah, that is, I can tell by his knee brace, that is Bizniewski. Rare for him to be down, so I think they're just at even strength here, since I see a player down for each. And now the Storm are at full strength because he was down earlier. So now the Storm have a person advantage here for a little bit of time here. Christensen to Holcomb, 6. I thought he had an opportunity there, but didn't look like he was ready for that pass. Now to the near side to Dua. Alex Dua now behind the net. That's given to number 4. That is Carter Van Hollen as he keeps that ball going around the horn. Now Christensen to Dua. And they now are moving it around. Manuel's number 10, and now back out to Holcomb. To Christensen, thought he had an opportunity. Dua. Benilde staying in great position on defense, and they're just moving that ball very nicely. Storm, there's a chance for number 4, and that is blocked by Keller. Carter Van Hollen on the shot, and he goes down, and that is a turnover way back in the end zone. And is he hurt? And I believe he is hurt, and they blow another whistle. More stoppages here, and he's getting assist. Let's see if we can see what maybe caused his discomfort. And there's the slash. Oh, the right knee, folks. And that was a total slash there. No flag. Baxton Bogan. And that could be serious. Although it does look like it might be his left knee. I thought it was right knee that I saw bend. If we can see that replay again, and he is going to be out in a substitution. He can't even make it to the bench. That could be a serious, let's see here. Look at the left knee and the right knee. Could be either one. It does not look good. He cannot even get to the bench. So we'll keep an eye on that, but we're back underway now with under a minute to go, 3rd quarter. And Benilde on offense. Schiefert gets it to Van Overbeck, and they want to get a goal. It's been a while. Dowden trying to reach for it, and he loses it. And he picks it up, and he gets tripped. And that draws a whistle. But the Storm are awarded possession. And again, that's my ignorance on some of the nuances of this sport. And I do like this sport. I've really come to like it. It is a lot of excitement. And look at the hack from behind by Dowden. These guys play very rough. Another hack by Benilde, but that's all legal. They're just poke checking, no different than hockey. I think when it goes to the head or otherwise is excessive, they call the flag, and Dua takes a big shot wide right. So the Storm, what I've been noticing is they've been having some opportunities, but they're really not getting the ball on net. And that ball just sails to the right, just missing though. Just missing that upper right corner, but they still have the ball. 16 seconds to go. Holcomb, his pass out on top, nicely done there. I thought that might have been a miss. But Dua was able to save it there. Now, 6 seconds. I don't know if he has had clock awareness. He's just holding it. And are they going to be content just to let it run out while on the offense? I can't believe that. But that's exactly what happened. And that's the whistle ending the 3rd quarter. Come on back for quarter number 4.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
With macular degeneration, you lose your central vision.
You have a blind spot right in the center of your face, so I can't actually see your face.
So even that little circle in which I could see became a big blur.
I was 65 when I first was diagnosed with glaucoma.
There were no symptoms. I had no headaches.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
You lose mobility, independence, changes your entire life.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early.
My husband tells me that I have beautiful brown eyes, and I don't want to lose that.
Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
Back to ParkTV 16 Sports on location. We are about to begin quarter number 4. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us. And we're going to start out with the Storm in possession. So I don't know why we're not doing a Feathers face-off. So maybe that's why the Storm decided, in fact, that's exactly why they decided to hold it out. And that answers my curious question as to why they didn't try to take a shot. And that's because they wanted to start out with the possession with a full 12 minutes ahead of them. And that, it makes complete sense to me, as that is number 23 with it, Cal Davis. So they're down 4. Defensively, they've been doing very well against Benilde after giving up 5 straight. They were up 3-2 here at one point. But that last goal by Benilde was early in the third quarter. And so now the Storm, they've just got to find a way to get back on the board, to get back in this match. And they've got to do it quickly. Okay, that's number 10 with it. Vincent Manuel coming the left side, trying to get in there, and decides to back away, and that pass almost gets away, but Christensen able to scoop it up from behind, and now he'll wheel around. And just great defense by Benilde. That's Braxton Bogan. Oh, nice crossover move there by number 4, Carter Van Hollen. Now Van Hollen gets it to Christensen, now back up top. Nice pass there to 23, Cal Davis. And Shea Kinney-Leonhardt turns him away. Now Dua. Back to Davis. 23 Davis with it, and he'll start over. So the defense by Benilde has just been ironclad lately. They have not allowed a goal since the second quarter. And now we're into the 4th. That's Dua. Just not being able to penetrate this stellar defense. That's 29 for Benilde. Nick Carpenter, and that ball goes out of bounds. Clock stopped at 10-11. Here's that chance there, shot taken by Manuel. There's Holland, up top to number 8, Collins. Collins still with it now. He'll try to rush against Johnny Schiefert, and that shot goes wide left. Keller was guarding the goal post on his left there closely, and Christensen will pick it up now. 9:50 and counting to go in the match. 4th quarter here, folks. Benilde up 4, and now we have a penalty going to go against Benilde, and now another man advantage. If I'd say there's one fact that really hurt the Storm is they had so many penalty advantages, at least 6, and were only able to score on 1 or 2 of them, and that was wasted opportunities. Nice pass there. Now Christensen, he gets double teamed from the blind side, and that was a nice defense by Tucker Turretin, the senior captain. named one of the best players in the state in the preseason articles in the Star Tribune, came from behind, and that was great defense. But the Storm will get it back, I believe, since there is a player down for Benilde. And I can't read his number. Is that Dowden again? I cannot see. It's number 6, Braxton Bogan for the slash. And I'm just remembering he was involved with that player for the Storm that was hurt. And I see he's left his location where he went out of bounds to be tended to by the medical staff. And I didn't catch his number. I'm looking on the sideline to see if I can see someone getting attention, and it's kind of hard to tell. I don't believe so. But that's a turnover, I believe, for the Storm. So with that man advantage, and they're still up one, they have lost the ball. And now Seamus Foley with the long stick carries it all the way into the offensive zone to relieve the pressure. The Benilde player still down on one knee, and now I see them, they're just gonna try to burn up the clock here as Leonhardt looked over to the sideline as if to see if his co-player was still on the knee, and he is. So now Shea Kinney Leonhardt is gonna burn some time here. As he winds around, just chewing up clock. 6:22 to go. I don't know what time that penalty start, and I didn't know how long it was for. Typically they're a minute, and now they're at full strength. So now we'll see if Shea Kinney Leonhardt will now strike to do the offense here as he gets it up to Patty Burns 4. And now over to number 40, Dylan Rash, who's now playing a little more offensive here in the second half than typically I've seen him in the past. So Dylan Rash, he likes to do the little skip move. I don't know how else to call it. He spins around, and Benilde, I'm sure they're content to take their time here, up 4, up with 7:42 to go. And they've shut out the Storm here for the entire second half. Now that's Dowden. Silent on the scoreboard. He had a rough game here with several penalties, and he had to take several knees, but he seems to be doing better now. And boy, he'd like nothing better than to get a goal, but he does draw a flag, and that shot, he does get it off, and it's off the mark. And that is a holding call on which team? And let's see here. Somebody gonna take a knee. I didn't see a flag. Oh yes, I did see a flag. So somebody's gonna be taking a knee. And is it number 35 for Egan? Oh, he's pacing over there. Meanwhile, play underway. Yeah, he does finally take the knee. Took him a while. That must not feel good to have to do that. And there's a goal by Benilde meanwhile, and I think Dowden got that one finally. And redemption for Matthew Dowden. Gets a goal there. I believe I was right, Matthew Dowden, not too busy looking over the sideline to see who would take a knee, and he wouldn't take it, was Max Lakoski, and then I looked over, and there was the goal by Dowden. So after a really rocky start for that young man, he has redeemed himself with a nice goal there, and I'm sure that will calm any mixed emotions he may have had prior to that point, and he is the first goal scorer since early in the third, so really nice job there for Benilde, as now they have a commanding 5-goal lead with just under 7 minutes to go, and Banuski goes down, and the Storm have given him unusual difficulty, and they pick that up nicely. Number 11, Nate Nicholson. And now the ball's loose again. I thought they had it as I looked out for his name, and they lost it again. And now they got it back. And that's the Storm's number 2, Stephen Overland, and he passes it out. And now the Storm have it. That's number 6, Holcomb, getting harassed by Banuski. Banuski, he has been frustrated at the center circle, and he runs off, and the ball is loose, and they're going to give it to the Red Knights with 6:21 to go. Clock stopped. Turnover by the Storm. And it just feels like they have lost their mojo since what they had in the first quarter. They got off to an unbelievably great start against a very powerful team here. And there's a shot by Gelling, and he fires that wide. And Dowden now back to retrieve it. Here's the shot. Look at the power. Boom. Can't even see it. Now behind the net, Van Overbeck. Being harassed there by number 33. That's Simon Noss, junior defender for the Storm. Clock continues to tick now below 6 minutes. 5:50, 5:46. And nice spin move there by Van Overbeck. He had a critical goal when things weren't going well for Benilde. And there's a shot by Shea Kinney Leonhardt, and that is the hat trick for that young man. And boy, he impresses me more and more. Not only do I love his name, Shea Kinney Leonhardt, right out of a Shakespeare novel or play or sonnet. There it is. He beats Rathy. That's just too good there by that man, 18, Shea Kinney Leonhardt. Look at that little shimmy there on the sideline, a la Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. And he is like a Stephen Curry out there. Look at that. Just blew it by Rathy. 9-3 lead, 5:34 to go, clock running. And we go back to the face-off circle, and that is Banuski, and he wins that one. And he looks that knee is giving him a little bit of difficulty. He doesn't seem to be moving quite as well as when I saw him last week. Now, with the ball again, is Jack Van Overbeck, and it's gravy time now here as we approach 5 minutes to go in the match. They are up 6. And I think you can turn out the lights on this one. Benilde is likely going to go to 7-0. Hard-fought victory, though, folks. Don't let that score fool you. Although they did dominate in the second half. It was much closer early on, and now there's a nice takeaway, I was going to say, but I think that's an illegal check of some kind by number 2, Stephen Overland, and here it is. And he rushes over, and I think he's going to be taking a knee. And that will be, yes, he does. So he's down, there he is. Boy, they really look like Notre Dame with those gold and navy blue uniforms. Look pretty cool, I have to say. All right, now the Red Knights. Shea Kinney Leonhardt still in there. That's a push, and now Banuski takes a shot, and it goes wide right. Whistle. Clock stopped at 4:39. And the Red Knights retain possession. I think is that Leonhardt now. Leonhardt plays everywhere. Now he's behind the net. Really their most valuable player, I'd have to say. He had an unbelievable goal, his second, where he took it from basically from the goal of the Storm all the way down the middle of the field and scored it unassisted. Probably the best single-handed goal I've seen in 3 years of watching lacrosse here. Now Holcomb, the leading scorer for the Storm. He's got 1 tonight. Now the Storm back on offense, but noticeably the tension in the match has subsided I think the outcome is not in doubt with Benilde going to 7-0. Definitely can feel the air is out of the balloon. As the sun sets here, it's just been a lovely evening. Temperatures right around low 60s, sunny as we started. Now the lights are on here. As we approach now 20 minutes to 9, a very long game, many stoppages. We started at 7, and this is now coming up on 2 hours and 40 minutes, so a very long match, but I've never seen so many whistles in my life in a lacrosse match. But that just tells you how big of a rivalry this is between Chanhassen and Benilde, and now they're really in the stall here as Patty Burns on the near side. He'll start to do something here, but obviously the intensity and the urgency is not necessary. Just trying to pad some stats here, get some more goals, get some assists. Is now in the corner. That is number 3 with it, Caleb Storrs, and he played a significant role in the scoring, especially when they were down or tied. Storrs had a great interception and then hit a Leonhardt coming right down the center, who was wide open, who deposited in the back of the net for one of their early goals. That was another outstanding play. If you're just joining this, go and watch it on YouTube. And that ball, oh, it hit the post. Wow, what a highlight that is. As the goaltender made the save, but then it trickled by him, and then and down goes I don't know if he tripped on his own or if Van Overbeck got him there, but that did draw. Here's that sequence again, and he did get it with his leg, and then he got saved by the post as he reaches. That is great camera work by our great staff here at ParkTV 16R. We have great camera folks, and that was a great angle there. Very entertaining, and now here's the penalty on this replay. There's the hack, and then Dowden with the push, so that's what he's going down for. Dowden is down for the 6th time tonight. That's got to be some record. As he is talking to his coach, so he is still not well emotionally there, just still upset about stuff as his coach trying to coddle him, calm him down. Sports teaches all kinds of life lessons, and how to deal with adversity is one of them. And Matt Dowden obviously learning those lessons, as we all do the hard way sometimes. And now the pass, shot over the crossbar, goes out of bounds. 2:16 now. This 4th quarter has gone markedly faster. That 3rd quarter was a marathon. So many whistles. Now the Storm trying to salvage some sort of positivity as they try to get the ball. And Jack Keller, I cannot tell you, he is a star of this game. He has made some stellar saves. And look at him come out, and he deserved to get out of that net. He's played very well tonight, and he brings a huge applause, a round of applause from the home team. They certainly understand how vital of a role he plays in the success of this team. Jack Keller, the junior goaltender. Be interesting to see if he gets any type of accolades or awards at the end of the year. But I think he has really displayed great goaltending skills here tonight for sure. Now Dowden back in the, no, that isn't, yeah, that is Dowden. He's still out there. Coach sticking with him, and look at the pass right in the middle, and a stop by Raffy. Wow, Leonhardt frustrated, or did it go in? I don't think it went in. No, it didn't. Leonhardt thought he had goal number 4. He was wide open as he came in there, and it was a great pass by Dowden. But all for naught, and now we're at 1:15 to go, and here is the Storm with it again. Number 10, Cal Davis. Dowden pushing him as well. Now he gets shoved out of bounds. Boy, there's no love lost between these two teams. It is very chippy. And now we have a timeout with 1:04, and this I don't understand. Unless it's just to calm the players down to make sure that they all keep their cools here, because tempers are flaring occasionally. And I don't know what kind of suspensions or anything can ever come out of these games. I've never heard of any. It's not to say that it can't, but certainly if tempers are starting to flare, not a bad idea for one of the coaches to call timeout just to calm things down. I'm not saying that's exactly what that was, but it does seem curious to me why either team would want a timeout with the score not in doubt and 1:04 to go. We watch the Benilde huddle there. Their traditional white and red uniforms. Very basic as compared to the golden domes there of the Storm. Very much like Notre Dame colors. In fact, there probably are the Notre Dame colors. And Benilde looks like St. John's University up there in Collegeville. Exactly the same. Same red, same white, same basic uniforms, which I think is pretty cool, actually. It's not about the uniforms, just come out and play. And now that both teams break from their huddles, 1:04 to go. Still spring trying to merge here, late spring. Usually it's much greener this time in May, but it's just now emerging as we've had very cool temperatures for most of the spring here. St. Louis Park is now the Storm on offense, less than a minute to go. And there's a shot blocked in front. Keller gets the deflection and scoops it up. And his outlet pass intended for Leonhardt hits him in stride on the bounce. That was beautiful by Keller. Now Leonhardt, nice fake there. He's coming right in and he's gonna shoot, and Raffy makes the save. Nice job by Raffy to thwart Leonhardt at the end, not letting him get his 5th goal. That's gotta feel good for Raffy and the Storm. Really no reason for Benilde to try to score anymore, up 6. But he stopped him there. Now they're coming down on their own, and there's a shot by the long stick. Number 35, Max Lacrosse almost goes the distance, much like Leonhardt did for a goal earlier. And now the Storm have it, 12.1, and we're back running. That is number 23 with it. Cal Davis now to Holcomb, and he's going to try to get one last chance at a goal, and he takes the shot. He scores from one knee. Just as time expires, are they going to count it? Looks like they are. Holcomb gets his second goal. And I don't know if they're counting it or not. Let's see here. There's the shot. Of course, we don't have the clock. I don't see the scoreboard changes, so you have to check your newspapers or online. But for Paul Broden, our producer, everyone connected with our broadcast here, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.